Edmund the General, also known as the Brand, coming at you guys again with another video. Um, Back in the day, now speaking from an old man perspective, back in the day, every day was a fight. Every day was a fight. Like, once you get to school, there's always someone testing you. When you go over to certain spots where there's like family gatherings, you always got that group of knuckleheads just trying to toughen up the youth. Them like me. I don't want to give away too much information, but I know in order for me to get my message across, I have to give out a little bit of myself in order for you guys to comprehend exactly what I'm trying to say. So let me break it down like this. Now, back in the day, going to church, for example, going to church. Now, I would hang out with my age group. Now, within my age group, we have like a gang of us that are just like always hanging out with each other. All of us guys. And we would always test out each other with like wrestling and fighting and boxing and like always aggressiveness. Like we grew up that way. We grew up aggressive, fighting all the time. So we were always like fist to mouth, kicks, all that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we grew up. And then there was a group of, I would say, youths who were just a bit older than us, we will call them our OGs, or we will call them like the big man them. And they would be the ones that would just gang up on us and probably single one of us or a few of us out and just start like wailing, just going at it. Now, at the time, our mindset was like, this is survival mode. Yeah, we're practicing with each other, like fighting all the time. But then when it came to like those guys, the older guys, them, like that was game time. That's when we had to use what we practiced with each other against them. And as you get older, you kind of realize that, again, this is the perspective, this is the mindset that we had. When we look back, as we get into like a certain age and we look back at those days, it made us feel as if they were just strengthening us up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we looked at it from that perspective. And I'm just giving you an example from church. Now, from a school perspective, that was way different. Yes, we are still as a collective as friends. We are a gang of us hanging out and we'll be fighting every day. Again, back my days was always aggressive, rough, like hardcore. That's my lineage. I can't even say lineage. That's my upbringing, rough. Even though my family was well structured and on the right path and doing the right things and teaching and nourishing us as children, but once you exit those doors and now you're into the real world, you start to go through the test of times on a daily basis. And that was me. That was me and a whole bunch of us. So fighting was, and it is still in us. It is in us. I could tell you a story about what happened last year, but that's somewhat incriminating. Even though that time has passed, it is incriminating. But I'll say this. There was some disrespect that happened. And this person had to get checked repeatedly. That's all I could say. That's all I could say. So disrespect was not and is never going to be tolerated. Now, I understand when it comes to the YouTube world is somewhat different. Now, you got people who's behind the keyboard who are, we will call them trolls. agitators, people who will be behind the keyboards, who will be typing their shit, and who would be like egging on certain things, instigating fights to happen. It may not even necessarily be, let's say, one party of a channel against another party of a channel. Probably those two people might just be okay with each other. But at the end of the day, you'll have agitators, people in the middle who's trying to instigate certain beefs. But what happens? What happens if two of these channel holders they have some form of issues that they have from before? They may not have met, but because of the things that are being said, or they don't agree with certain things that are being said, they gotta fight. It may not even be that. Whatever the reason may be, a fight would have to happen. And I've seen on countless events where people would arrange a meeting, have like somewhat of a mutual combat, to say, where they would agree to meet at a certain spot, and then they would fight. Now, I'm listening to these two guys go at it with each other. Now, I forget how long ago. It could have been last year, it could have been 2 years ago. Who gives a shit? Bottom line is, there are these two YouTubers that I listen to. And they have history of just like shit talking against each other. Came to a point where one person actually agitated the other person enough, pumped them up so that they can make a 2, 3, 4 hour journey. I don't know how long, but it was a journey from one spot to the next so they can meet up and fight. Right? That happens. Fortunately enough, because of the state of the individual that was in who lost, they went to sleep. I would have to say the person who, the victor had mercy. They showed mercy on this person because it could have went really bad. Let me explain. Party A drives 3-4 hours to the home of Party B. Party B comes out of his home to meet this person because Party A goes to this person to Party B's home, meets this person, right? Party A loses, ends up getting knocked out and going to sleep. Wakes up after a certain period of time, stumbles. You can see, because there's a video footage of these individuals. Stumbles, falls back. Cops are called. From what I've seen based off the footage, Party A was responsible for calling the cops. Party A, though, claims that Party B was responsible for calling the cops as well. But Party B showed footage that Party A was the one that initiated the phone call to the police. There's no debating that. Right? Now, if because Party A lost, there's nothing really much that this person would have to do. But because the Party A claims that they were inebriated in that fight, that's the reason why he lost. Party B is a little pissed off that this guy's making these claims. So Party B wants to have a rematch, per se. But I believe Party B is too afraid to do that. Let me give you some names so you guys have some context of who I'm talking about. Party A is Mike Mills. Party B is Lamar Wills. All right? These two individuals have some form of tension going on between the both of them, and this has been going on for years. I believe Party B has to return the favor because Party A actually made the journey over there. For however long it took for them to get there, they made the journey, they made it, they showed heart, they showed manhood, they were able to prove themselves. that they were not afraid to meet up with this person. But Party B is talking a bunch of shit. Lamar Wills talking a bunch of shit. He needs to redeem himself. Party B, Lamar Wills, aka Bum Dot, he needs to make the journey now over to this man's house. He needs to do it. I'm looking in the chat room. We got Bum Dot's woman in here. She's doxing him. And Bum Dad's actually in there talking his shit too. Remember when Steez, he wasn't standing up, getting his cheeks Remember when Steez, he wasn't standing up, getting his cheeks licked? I played him saying it, and he still kept lying, but these are the people breaking me down? Why is this girl saying this? Yo, B, Bum Dot, you claim that your woman is not on YouTube, but she has a YouTube channel, and we clearly see her in the chat room. Bruh, that's a lie. But let's not get into that, because that's not the topic of the day. Even though I'm ranting.
What did I just do, y'all? What did I just do? I just showed you a lot of money.
They block everybody. So sensitive. This is true. This is true. I said this before. If you have a show running on and you end up blocking people, or you end up like timing people, okay, timing out is different, but timing out should be to the matter, to the point of if there's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm missing the word. Spamming. If they're spamming, okay, you could pretty much time this person out for X amount of time, but don't block them. No point in that. You blocking somebody or shutting someone out just because of what they're saying does show that there is some form of sensitivity involved. Yes.
You want it through here?
Yes, please. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I got these things that just popped up just now. Doxing, still doxing. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good at all, bro. You can't be having this happen, like the doxing thing. This is how problems start. I thought this man told you that you know where he lives. All you gotta do is make the journey. You don't have to bring your girl, bro. Just go solo. Go dolo. If you're scared, I get it. But, dude, the doxing is not great at all. And you guys gotta quit with the hating of his money, bro. Like, yeah, he's flexing. I get it. He's flexing. But so what? Just get your money up. That's all. That's how I see it. Yo, I gotta get back to work. I would have kept this going, but you know. He's scared to impress us with a million ways to spend his mama money. And somebody says, instead of pulling up you docs, weak move bum diggity. Yeah, that's weak. This is weak. I can't honor it. Anyways, I gotta get back. Edmund the General signing out. I'm out. Peace.